Hello learners, you all are welcome to secondary level mathematics program. Dear learner, I Dr. Rajendra Kumar Naik from National Institute of Open Schooling. Learners, in our day-to-day life, we are very much acquainted one of the very important concept, that is numbers. When talking about numbers, there are different statements, evenly different question where the concept of number is involved. For example, how much, or we can say how long, or we may say that how far. In all cases, the answer will become in the form of, I can say, in the form of a number. For example, suppose I would like to ask you how much score done by the Indian cricket team. Okay. And suppose I would like to ask you how much mark you have secured in your examination. Or I can ask what is the length of this bridge. How many pens is in your bag? So all the questions, the answer will become in the form of number. So the learners, there are different types of number in our number system. And now we will be discuss one by one what are these numbers and what are its different features, how we have operated this number. In details now we will be discuss, that is number system. When talking about number system, learners, first things we must have to understand what are the different types of number. In this sense, first we have to know that what exactly the number is. When you are talking about the different number, you just observe in your keyboard of your mobile. You have to find there are 10 digits. 10 digits means simply I can say there is a starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can say 7, 8, 9, up to 9. You will find total, I can say 10 number of digits. I can say there are 10 digits in a number. When we going to arrange these digits, then you will find number. All digits are number. But when we are going to arrange, suppose I can say 2 is the digit, 3 is the digit, and 5 is a digit. When we arrange 2, 3, 5, then it become, I can say 200, simply I can say 235. Okay. So simply I can say in 235 there are 3 digits and it has arranged like 2, 3, 5. Same things I can arrange like 5, 3, 2, that means 532. So simply I can say when talking about what exactly the number we can say the arrangement of digits is simply we call as a number. And second thing is why number is required in our day-to-day life. If we look the essential part of the number, the only thing is counting, quantifying. For that purpose number is required. Very simply answer I can say every aspect where counting is involved, the requirement of number is very much essential. Now we will be discuss in details what exactly number part we have discussed, what are the different types of number. When talking about different types of number, learner one first category or we can say first step of number, that is known as I can say the natural number. First category is we can say natural number. Natural number or simply we can nomenclature as a capital N. When talking about natural number, numbers generally started from 1, 2, 3, 4, ... These are called the natural number. And these numbers basically used for the purpose of counting. And natural numbers start from 1. This is the beginning. I can say 1, it has started. But the last number we don't know. Up to infinite it is, we can say, spread. So we cannot say the last number of the natural number, but the first number is 1. Okay. When talking about natural number, one more thing is I can say in natural number, when we add any two natural number, suppose 2 is the natural number, again when we add with 3 and another natural number, then you will 5, 2 plus 3 equal to 5, it is also a natural number. So we can say that addition of 2 natural number become a natural number. Always It is universally accepted that addition of any two natural number itself a natural number. When talking about addition, it is a natural number, but in case of subtraction, it may or may not. For example, suppose 5 minus 3, you will get 2. It is a natural number. Suppose I would like to tell you 5 minus 10, you may not get, that will be minus 5. That means we cannot say it is a natural number. So we can say subtraction of two natural number may not always we can say natural number. Sometimes it will happen, sometimes it cannot possible. So we can say addition is always gives the natural number. However, the subtraction of two natural number may not give always a natural number. That is the very important things. Now we will be moved to the second category. We can say second category of natural number, that is that second category of number that is known as the whole number. When talking about whole number, that is the whole number will be generate in generally when we add, we can say include 0 with the natural number. Simply language when can say when we include 0, I can say this is known as the 0 with natural number n. Then we can say this is the whole number, and in general it is written as W, or W as we can started from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, dot 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 dot. Very simply I can say the 0 concept is raised when a number subtract itself. Simply I can say suppose 2 minus 2, then you will get 0. Simply we can say when the situation like this, when a number is subtract from itself, then we can say the concept of 0 will be generated, and when 0 will be included with the natural number, then you will find, we can say, the whole number. Okay, this is the second category of number. Now we will be moved the third category of number. Third category number is very important things, that is known as, we can say, integers. And when talking about integers, in generally it is nomenclature as a Z. When talking about integers, that is the very important part of the natural number system. We can say natural number, whole number, these are the members of a number system. Number system is a one family. You know that in a family we have a different member like our brother, our sister, our mother, father. So in similarly, number system itself we can say family. Natural number one of the family member. Whole number is the one of the family member. Similarly, integer is the one kind of, we can say, the family member in the number system. When talking about integer, the concept of integer raised when I can say a greater number. Suppose 2 minus 5, that means I will get minus 3. Simply I can say when a greater number means 5 is more than 2. So simply I can say when a greater number is subtracted from a smaller number, then we will get the negative number. Okay, the negative number when we include with a whole number, simply I can say when talking about integer, negative number 0 including positive number. When we combine all three categories of a number, then you will get integers. So integers you will get when we will combine three categories of a number. One is negative number, 0 with positive number. Then we will get the integers. Okay. So we can also conclude all natural number are whole number, and all whole numbers are also, we can say, integer, because integer include both the 0 as well as the positive number. So learner, very simply we can say all natural numbers are, we can say, whole number, and all whole numbers are integers, but vice versa is not always true, not always true. Sometimes it may be true. So dear learners, when talking about integers also we can say three category. We can say a negative integer, it may be positive integer, we can say 0 also in integers. Now some cases you will find the concept when we divide one number with another number. For example, suppose I would like to divide 4 with 2. You will find the value is 2. Okay, when we divide 4 divided by 7, then you will be not get a neither integer or not, I can say not 0, like I can say when a number is divided by another number, you may not find integers. You may not find integers. For example, 4 by 7, that means one integer divided with another integer, always you cannot find the natural number or whole number or integers. So something you will find, and what we will find, that is the very important aspect, that is known as the fourth category, we call as a we can simply, that is very important, we call as a rational number. Okay, that part will be focused in our discussion, that is known as we can say the rational number. And in generally a rational number is a standard form, there will be a standard part and details will be discussed. We can say a rational number is very important aspect in that, we can say very prominent family member in the number system. That part right now will be discussed. When talking about simply, I can say the rational number, very simply, one number is divided by another number. There is a standard, we can say standard format, or you can say standard principle of the rational number. When talking about a rational number is always in P by Q form. P by Q form means one number divided by another number. So this is known as, this is P by Q form. That means a number which is in the form of P by Q, the condition is, the important condition is Q not equal to 0. Q not equal to 0, then you will find a rational number. That means a number which is in the form of P by Q and Q is not equal to 0, then we can say this is the rational number. For example, I can say 2 by 3 is a rational number, 4 by 5 is a rational number, 7 by 3 is a rational number, or simply I can say 9 is also a rational number, because 9 I can write 9 by 1 I can write. So in all cases, there is means I can say in each rational number is divided by two part. One is upper part, another is lower part. For example, I would like to tell you very important things. P is called the numerator, n, or I can say I can write numerator, and Q is known as denominator. This is the nomenclature, नाम है. जो अपर पे रहेगा that is known as the numerator, जो नीचे रहेगा that is Q is known as denominator. So number which is in the form of P by Q and Q not equal to 0 and P is known as a numerator, Q is known as the denominator. That is the standard form or nomenclature of the rational number. For example, I already told you 2 by 3 is a rational number, 4 by 5 is a rational number, 7 by 3 also a rational number. Now we will be move very important things, that is important thing is types of rational number. We will find there are basically two types of rational number. I can say the first category of rational number, I can say positive rational number. Positive rational number. When you categorize rational number, again you will find positive rational numbers. When we will get positive rational number, dear learners, very important things is, we already know rational number is in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0, P is known as a numerator, Q is known as a denominator. The thing is, when talking about positive rational number, when we can say, suppose P by Q, when that means I can say both numerator, I shortly written n, numerator and the denominator are either positive or I can say negative. Then you will get the positive rational number. For example, I can write 2 by 3 is you can say 2 by 3 itself a positive rational number, because both numerator and denominator are positive, plus 2 plus 3. So I can write minus 2 divided by minus 3. Suppose minus 2 minus 3, minus will be cancelled, again you will get it is nothing but 2 by 3. So we can say the positive rational number will get when both the numerator and both the denominator are either positive or negative. Then we get the positive rational number. Now another category of rational number, I can say this is second category, negative rational number. When talking about negative rational number, that is the very important things. In negative rational number, either one of, I can say, numerator or denominator is, I can say, negative. Then you will get the negative rational number. For example, I can say minus 2 by 3. The numerator is negative. It is a negative rational number. I can say 2 divided by minus 5. Here denominator is negative. Then you will also get a negative rational number. Very simply I can say, when either numerator ho ki denominator ho, if one of the numerator or denominator is negative, then we can say this is the negative rational number. Dear learners, very simply rational numbers are two types. One is positive rational number, another is negative rational number. In positive rational number, both numerator and denominator either positive or negative. But in case of negative rational number, you will find one of the either numerator or denominator is negative. That is the basic difference between positive rational number and negative rational number. Now we will be move another concept that is very important, that is known as standard or lowest form of rational number. When talking about standard or lowest form, that is very important things. For example, dear learners, I can write 50 by 30. What will be? It is a rational number. Are you getting? It is a rational number. When talking the standard or lowest form, very important. When talking about standard or lowest form of rational number, a rational number is always written in its standard form, always, or lowest form. In examination, in your day-to-day life, every aspect, a rational number always written in its standard form or lowest form. It is not its lowest form, or we cannot say it is not a standard form of a rational number, though it is a rational number. एक rational number है, लेकिन I cannot say it is the lowest form of the rational number. When I should tell it is the lowest form or standard form of a rational number, if a common quantity, I can write here. Simply I can just like to write, suppose I like to write 50 by 30. I can write here, if you divide the common quantity, suppose 10, 50 by 10 you will get 5, 30 by 10 you will get 3. So 50 by 30, which is equal to 5 by 3, the value is same, 5 by 3 is same. So thing is, if a largest constant quantity, if you define the lowest form, if a largest constant quantity divide both the numerator denominator, then you will find that it's the lowest form. That is like 50 by 30, that is its standard form is 5 by 3. So I can write, suppose say 56 divided by 21. What will be its standard form? I can write 7 into 8, that means 56. 8 by 7 into 3, 8 by 3 I can write. So 50 by 56 by divided by 21, the value are remain same. So standard form in its lowest form, the value, original value will be same. But in a standard form, lowest form, all rational numbers should be written. This is the principle of the rational number, I can say. Dear learners, now we will be moved another concept that is very important. We call it the equivalent form of a rational number. When talking about equivalent form, dear learners, you see equivalent form. When talking about equivalent form of rational number, that means a constant quantity, if you multiply both numerator and denominator, you will find its equivalent form. I can say in a rational number, there are infinite number of equivalent form. For example, I can say 2 by 3. Suppose I would like to take 2 by 3. Okay, 2 by 3 is a rational number. Yes, it is P by Q form where Q not equal to 0. Here is the numerator is 2 and denominator is 3. So, I can say 2 by 3, suppose I can write 2 into 3 divided by 3 into 3. Okay, its value equal to 6 by I can say 9. So, dear learners, what you observe? So, I can write 2 by 3 also 2 into 4 divided by 3 into 4. So, you will get 8 by 12. So, what you observe? In 2 by 3, the important thing is, very important thing is I can say in 2 by 3, numerator was 2 and 3, you know that you just observe. 3 multiply both numerator and denominator. Okay, a constant quantity multiply both numerator and denominator. Original was 2 by 3. In 3 is multiply with numerator, 3 is multiply with denominator. So, we get 2 by 3 which is equal to 6 by 9. So, I can say 6 by 9 is one of the equivalent form of 2 by 3. So, similarly I can write here you have just second example 2 by 3 and 4 is multiply both numerator and denominator and the result we get 8 by 12. So, dear learners, I can say 2 by 3 which is equal to 6 by 9 which is equal to 8 by 12. These are the equivalent form of 2 by 3. Similarly, if you multiply 5, you will get 2 into 5, 10 by 15. So, there will be infinite number of equivalent form you will get from a particular I can say rational number. So, very simply we can say a constant quantity if you multiply both numerator and denominator, then you will find its various equivalent form of a rational number. And important thing is in one rational number, एक rational number का infinite बहुत से आपको इन इक्विवेलेंट फॉर्म हम क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, जनरेट कर सकते हैं. दैट इज द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग्स. नाउ विल बी मूव another concept that is very important. I can say comparison of rational number. Comparison means simply I can say which is greater, which is lower. मैं बड़ा हूँ कि आप बड़ा है, कंपेयर कर रहे हैं. कंपेयर करने का मतलब सपोज दो पेन है, किसको हम ग्रेटर बोलेंगे, किसको स्मॉलर बोलेंगे. Okay, in what condition, in what situation, in what criteria we can say this quantity is, this rational number is greater, this rational number is lower. So, for this purpose, very important things when we are going to compare one criteria, case 1, case 2, case to case we have to check. First case is, suppose I would like to tell you, suppose I have taken case 1. Case 1 is if both denominator, D stand for denominator, if both I can write denominators are same means equal, same or I can say equal. For example, suppose I can say 2 by 3 is the one of the rational number, okay, and we are comparing 2 by 3 into 4 by 3, which is greater. Okay, when talking about 2 by 3 and 4 by 3, which is greater? Here you have to, you see, 3, here what you observe, very important thing is 3 is the denominator, 3 is the denominator, both are equal. In that case, we will be compare with numerator and numerator. We will be compare with numerator and numerator. Greater the numerator, greater the rational number. In 2 by 3, 4 by 3, 4 is the more. 4 is the more, you already know 4 is more, that means I can say 4 by 3 is greater than 2 by 3. That is the simply funda. When we compare the two rational number, I can say the denominator we have to compare. Denominator are same, then what will you do? We compare with the numerator. Greater the numerator, greater the rational number. Now, just one thing is very important, that is I can say the case 2 is talking if denominator are different. For example, different means I can say, suppose we would like to compare 2 by 3 and I can say 3 by 5. Which is more? 2 by 3 बड़ा है कि 3 by 5 बड़ा है? So just we are comparing two rational number, and here case 2 is here both the denominator are different. 3 is 3 and 5 अलग अलग है, different है. So what will become, what will we do here? One thing is very important things. We have to 2 by 3 in its equivalence for, we can say 3 and 5 LCM, suppose 15. So I can say write 3 into 5 and 2 into 5. There will be no problem because a constant quantity we multiply both numerator and denominator. So you get 10 by, I can say 15. Okay. Second case 3 by 5. 3 by 5 I can write 5 into 3 which equal to 3 into 3, because 5 into 3 you will get a constant quantity, that 3 is the constant quantity, you will get 9 by 15. Now we have get the two quantity here. The product is we find that is 10 by 15 and 9 by 15. Now you compare this quantity. Now 10 by 15 here and 9 by 15, 10 is more than 9. So 10 by greater than 9, I can say 2 by 3, we can generalize 2 by 3 is greater than 3 by 5. That is the very important thing. So I can say that between 2 by 3 and 3 by 5, 2 by 3 is more than 3 by 5. So that is the way we have to compare between the I can say compare between the two rational number. When talking about the number system, we have already told that natural number, all natural number are whole number, all whole number are integer, all integer are rational number. So this is the family of a number systems. Okay, dear learners, when talking about we can say the rational number, first part we have already discussed about what exactly the rational number is, what are different types of rational number, its equivalent form, and how we have to compare the rational number. Dear learners, one more thing is you must have to watch our eVidya 12 program regularly for the senior secondary program. And one thing is very important, that is you must have to visit our website, that is www.nis.ac.in on online course material, so that you will find all video tutorials, audio program, text material, worksheet, learner guide, everything you will get when once you visit our website. That is the very important things. Thank you, learners.